Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Moodev, and today I'm sharing a rather simple video. You see, I always wanted to make a fully working game for a while, and I never really did that, so that's what I'm doing here today. This is the first of many videos on my progression as a developer, but well, I'll start somewhere. So, I knew I wanted to make a 2D game, but I didn't plan on what type of 2D game. All I knew was I just kind of wanted to jump in and make something. Now, I'm a semi-experienced game developer. I know a little bit about programming, a little bit about this and that. I haven't touched a Unity editor in probably 2 years. It's been quite a while. And I've been working 2 full-time jobs, so I haven't really had time to really do a whole lot of stuff. But I decided that I'm gonna do something. After a few minutes of working, I ended up getting this circle to move around. Astonishing, huh? The next thing is I want to get this circle to follow the cursor. It's a whole other fun story. I ended up adding goofy little eyes to the front of the character. The script that was supposed to make the front follow the cursor didn't entirely work. I couldn't figure out a way around this, but I ended up just rotating the eyes differently and ended up working nicer. So now that I have a nice character that can move around, look around, and follow the cursor, I had to start making the game, I guess you could say. I still didn't know what I wanted to do, but I first tried a sort of shooter type game. Now, of course, I added on to the features of the player and given it a dash feature. When you press space, you can do stuff, but of course it made it a little goofy, as you can see there. You get stuck in walls and have to dash your way out. It was a little goofy, but it was supposed to be like so you can dodge projectiles and stuff, but I guess it worked. You can embed yourself into the wall. Now, it didn't take long for me to not feel very satisfied with the way the game looked. So, I was tinkering around with lighting. Now, this would send the game off into the direction I felt that was better. As you can see, I was experimenting with shadows, 2D shadows, something that Unity didn't have before. It was like really hard to do, at least I didn't know how to do it. I messed around with mostly 3D stuff. I had to watch a YouTube tutorial how to do this, but it wasn't actually that hard. It was using the universal render pipeline, and you was able to make some pretty decent shadows. A little jagged, but I ended up fixing that later. Now, as you can see, the game is looking a little bit better. You got some better shadows, better lighting. The movement's a little more smooth. Still a little janky with the dash feature, but I end up removing that feature anyways. Now, the whole idea I was having in my head was to be a shooter game, but the more and more I've experimented with the lighting and the shadows, I was leaning more towards a horror game. Now, since I had a pretty good character already built up, I decided to try to work on AI. So I rebuilt the level, and I was using the nav mesh with Unity and a few other scripts I had. The AI never worked for some reason, and that's because I don't know how to code AI. I even went to use ChatGPT for an AI, and it didn't work either. Like, no matter how much I tried, I couldn't even get the AI to function or even want to follow the path at all, and it was just a red blob on the screen. Now, obviously, if I spent more than 30 minutes on this, I could probably get it to work, but I decided to give up pretty quickly about the whole AI ordeal and come back to AI another time, actually watch some tutorials or something and learn a little bit more about 2D AI. And so I just progressed on, and then the rest of the game sort of came in place. I kind of had ideas storming at this time, and I was thinking of some kind of horror game, and that's what you see here. After a little while, I was starting to get that horror game ordeal down, and I had a basic plan. Was you had to go around finding keys to doors, opening the doors, and avoiding whatever might be out there. So that was me implementing this feature here. So basically you just gotta run into a key, you pick up the key and the door opens. Of course I had a little trouble with that. See, the door didn't open, then you couldn't pick the key up, and it was a little weird. So I ended up having to work on this quite a lot. I ended up got to a point where you just touch the key, interact with it, and then the door opens up. It's not exactly how I wanted it, but I'll probably fix it later. Not sure. But something's happening here. I can tell you that much. After a short time passed, I ended up getting the keys to work. Like I said, you just enter the key, doors opens up, and I was starting to work on a little part of the tutorial area. The first introduction of the game. But the text just faded out of existence for some reason. I don't know why it did that, because apparently it rotated, and I had to rotate it back to normal, and it was weird. I don't understand Unity sometimes, because all I did was copy and paste it from the other text there, and I don't know why, but that one ended up being rotated, and I was confused as could be. After getting all the text to work properly and activate when it's supposed to, I did a few other bits of modeling. I ended up adding like a little TV thing that helps light up to the other door, flickers and all that stuff. It looks alright. It's really just a black square with lights at the end of it. That's about all you need sometimes. After that, I took a break, and when I got back, for some strange ass reason, the player just lost its color, its body, and then when I fixed the body part, it lost its eyes. Why? I have literally no idea. I saved the project, I closed it a few hours later, I come back to it, and its body's missing. It's just a light bulb. Fix that, then its eyes are missing. I had to put the eyes back. So there has been a slight update. My lungs have not improved, but hey, slight update. There's audio and a lot of better stuff. Not much gameplay, but you can hear a little bit. I'll just shut up. So far, I think it's becoming a nice little project. I still don't know what I want to do with this sort of whole thing. I don't know what I want to add really for gameplay other than right now we have an objective is find keys, open doors, and escape. But I don't know what you're escaping from or what you're doing anything other than just keys and doors. So there's your gameplay. I know there's 2 keys and there's 2 doors. A little audio, little thing on the TV. Yep, that's what I got. Hey, I'm sorry this video. I sound like absolute shit, as I've been sick for 2 weeks, and I've had like no time to recover, and I have had no sleep. I've been up since about 2 in the morning, and I'm about to get ready to go into work this evening. Work my 12-hour shift, so I'm just not all there today. But I figured I would still post a video, still get an update out there. Hopefully my next video, I sound better, feel better, and I get a whole lot more done. Now, see y'all then.